She claimed she was already too old for love. But the billionaire didn't give up on his feelings. His hands trembled as he went down on one knee, not before the woman whom everyone thought he ought to make his wife. He knelt in a cramped room with peeling walls, in front of two frightened children who weren't his own. The question he asked them that day could change his life forever, cost him his family's respect, and put at risk a reputation he had built over many years. "Will you accept me as your father?" he whispered, his voice breaking with emotion. The 7-year-old boy glanced at his little sister, then at the wealthy stranger who had been walking them to school for 3 months, preparing their lunches and sitting by their bedsides when they were ill, the one whose care their mother rejected, believing herself unworthy of such love. "Are you serious?" the boy asked. "You won't leave us like our real father did?" And then the billionaire did something unexpected. He took out his phone and let the children see the document prepared by lawyers. Not a marriage contract, but a commitment to become their official adoptive father. He had already signed it. All that was needed was their mother's consent. "I will never leave," he promised. But the true reasons behind his decision were known only to a few. This was no act of charity or an attempt by a wealthy man to heroically save a single mother. His choice was rooted in history. 14 years earlier, after losing his own mother, he had been a desperate teenager. This very woman had supported him then, reminding him that he was worthy. She was 12 years older, black, living in poverty, and worked herself to exhaustion. Before he was sent off to Australia at his father's command, he made her a promise that everyone thought was a foolish dream. One day he would return to make her his wife. She laughed, called him sweet, ruffled his hair, never taking him seriously. But for him it was no joke. He spent years and millions trying to find her again. After all contact had been lost, what he saw shocked him. The bright, strong woman had become a vulnerable single mother, supporting 2 children in a dangerous neighborhood, juggling multiple jobs and still living in need, even unable to afford treatment for her son. The neighbors judged her, and her own children were bullied for their poverty and worn-out shoes. When he finally knocked on her door and offered his help, her reaction was unexpected. She closed the door, refusing to accept any support. She told him she was too old for him, but nothing stopped the millionaire.